Alright, well, the S10's fixed. It made it back to the house with no problem. I had to film a little bit with the GoPro, but I got my 74 in here, and I'm either going to do the cam swap today or continue painting. It's awful cold. It was, man, getting this thing running this morning is like 12 degrees outside. So it took a little while to even get it to run. But it run and it come inside, so not bad. I think I'm going to continue on my patina deal. I got to redo this fender, get rid of that stripe because I'm going to do the whole car, and that stripe's not where it needs to be. It needs to be about right there. So I can land right down the center of the car, all the way back and wrap around the backside. So I'll redo this fender, and need to do this fender, and the door, and the trunk, and the roof, and the quarters, and all that. So I might do that today. I'm not sure. Either that or the cam swap. Yeah, if it wasn't for Carrie Fox let me do this over here, this S10 wouldn't be done and this wouldn't be done. So I know I say it a lot, but I can't thank that fella enough for helping us out. It's awesome. Ain't nothing like good friends, people. Alright, got this because breathing all that paint is making me crazy. That white's real thick. But I got the fender and the door painted, and I'm redoing this one because I got to put a different stripe to run back a different location. So I had to sand that down and shoot white back over top of it and get rid of the stripe that I had. But yeah, what's cool is when you get runs, you can take an air compressor and blast it. It makes it look like rust under the paint. See, it spiders it out, and then you can take your airbrush and make that look like rust. It makes it pretty cool. Pretty cool. I gotta touch all this back up again. Yeah, I got some brown, different shades of brown. I'm gonna go in and hit darker spots and stuff with my airbrush. Once that tacks up enough, put one last coat on, and I'll peel tape off, peel all the paper off, and then I'm gonna get in there with my airbrush and continue the patina throughout the rest of the car. So I gotta do the roof and the quarters and the trunk and that door. It just takes a while. And like the patina, I don't want it to look like real patina. I want it to have that fake patina look. That way it looks like it's patinaed on purpose. Not like I just don't care about it and it's rusted to the ground. But what's cool about this is I can bump it, scratch it, and it just adds to it. It's really awesome. So I'm gonna do the whole car like that. I painted this car so many different ways, so many different times. I've had flag on the roof. I've had all kinds of craziness. It's been awesome. So this will be something different, something new. I ought to do me a flag back on the roof, a patinaed flag. Run them colors, because unlike a lot of people, I love this country. So I might put me a flag back on the roof. I think that'd be cool. Or leave the roof black. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so I started patinaing. You can see on this fender. Did all this, and I'm darkening up. I'm kind of matching places from the hood where it will roll over to the fender. You can see how I do it. I take my airbrush and I whip it. Make it look like it's run down and kind of puddle and roll it along the fender there. So just kind of go with it. And this kind of looks like a big puddle. It's set there and it just kind of run off the fender. So that's kind of just how I do it. It ain't like perfect, but it's not supposed to be perfect. It's patina. It's supposed to be whatever you want it to be. So that's pretty cool. I'll probably throw a little down here. But see how I do my marker lights? I don't know. I like it. It's pretty cool. You kind of get the effect. Like when you get up close, you can see it's not. You can tell it ain't rust. See? But it has that effect of rust. Then I'm gonna have my Yenko, or I think I might call it Yankyo instead of Yenko. Yankyo. But I'll have that back yonder, the stripes that run down, and they'll be all faded out and dull. But I'm kind of liking it. I think it's pretty good. Every time I do it, I figure out a better technique to do to kind of roll it, make it look more like rust. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I like it. That's all that matters in my car, so whatever. Bam, right in the hole.
Yep.
Thank you, Lily. Alright, I got the whole car pretty much white except for the trunk and the roof. Well, you can see all the way I do it, and then I dull it out to where it looks like this over here. See that? That looks like pretty realistic rust. All the way down the car. That's what it looks like before. That's what it looks like after I patina and age it. Dull it and flatten it. And it's pretty good. Then I'm gonna have the stripes. I'm excited. Alright, I haven't done the patina on this part yet, but I'm making my stripes on it so that I can, when I start doing the patina will cover parts of the stripes and I'll be able to dull it all out equal. And I'm making my stripes a little bit fatter than the ones on the Yenko cars. I just think a fatter stripe would just look better. I don't like them little tiny. But I just laid it out by hand, just drug me a straight line, what I thought was pretty straight on the car as far as, you know, level enough. It ain't perfect. I don't know a way to get it perfect, but can't measure nothing on these because nothing is nowhere to measure to. So I just drug me a straight line and squatted down and went, stuck it. And it looks straight. Get down, see? Everything looks nice and straight, just eyeballing it. Gotta get my other masking tape and round my edges and put a line on the inside of it, which I'll show you that here in a minute. But I'm just doing this and I'm gonna shoot it black, let it be drying. Alright, I got the second stripe on the inside done. I didn't measure it, I just eyeballed it, and I'm just trying to get this done. See where it rounds up the front there, and that inside stripe, and I shoot that black. It'll look like the Yenko stripe. So now I gotta mask all that off and spray it with some black. Alright, I breezed most of this paint out. I got me a bandana to keep me from huffing it all day today. But it's all masked off. Fixing to shoot it black and peel all this away. Then I can start patinaing. I was going to put the Yenko back there, but I ain't worried about it. I can do it later if I want to, but that's kind of one of the stripes. I got the SYC up here, which is Yankyo supercar. But, alright, I'll paint it. Alright, this paint actually works really good. I really like it. It dries pretty fast. Better than Rust-Oleum, because Rust-Oleum takes forever. There you go. Shot it black. Now I'm going to peel everything off and see what we got. Good enough for what I'm doing. I'm just having fun with this thing anyway. Like all this. This is fun. Like, it's actually a lot more work than what you think to make them look like this, but it's just fun. I'm enjoying it. Alright, there it is. Let's get the strap on it now. Ain't no decal. It's on there for real. So when I patina that out, it's gonna be cool. Man, I almost want to leave the roof black now. I might do that. I might leave the roof black or repaint the roof black. Not bad. I like it without the Yenko in it. I like just seeing the black stripe. Colton was the deciding factor. Colton was like, dude, you should do the whole car with the stripes and patina it like you did everything else. I said, that'd be killer. I was like, man, that might be pretty cool. And he's right. That's wicked. Sweet. Now do the other side. Alright, that side's done. So, went ahead and taped up the other side and shot it. Now they're both done. Alright, I'll be on patina on this side. all that. All right, I got the other side, the patina on it. I still got to do the trunk, but I mean, I'm sure some folks are actually going to hate this. I love it. I can't wait to back it outside and look at it. It's going to be so cool driving on the street. Like, from over here, it looks like just a crappy, garbage old Nova. But when you get up, you realize, oh, it's just painted that way. It's not really bad. But cool. All right, well, there she is. Everything's done and sanded the way I want it. And the colors and all that just where I wanted them. Still gotta do my trunk. But that's it. I'm gonna back it out. All right, well, there she is. Like I said, I still got to do the roof, but there it is, outdoors. Fixing to come a big snowstorm. So that's pretty cool. I like it. I got to redo the roof. I'm gonna do the roof, get rid of all that, and fix some places in it. Fix some actual rust places. Then shoot it black and patina it up. But I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's cool. Single turbo, Radio Nova. It's got some character. I like it. I like it a lot. Got all my patina done. Still got to paint the roof and do the trunk, but I'm going to dull that part of the door out a little bit more. But all my patina mess is done, and I'm doing my cam swap now. Do the cam swap and put a better roll cage in it, and she will be ready to take to the track. Got an elbow that actually fit perfect. Anybody buying these GT45s? It's 3 1/4. Not 3 1/2, 3 1/4. That's the only thing that fits that tight. So, yeah, pop all this off, slap a cam in it, going from big solid roller to a smaller, not too small, but pretty small hydraulic roller. Going from 265, 270 at 50 duration to 242, 248. Which power band's going to be like 2800 to 62. So, doing that, and I got another intake for it. So, let's swap things around a little bit. I gotta change valve springs. That's the suckiest part. So I'll rotate the motor around and pop the valve springs off, put the other valve springs on. But that's what I'm about to do. All right, I'm about to put the different valve springs on. These are part number comp cam 98716, which is I think 121 close pressure, 340 open pressure. With a hydraulic roller, you don't ever want to go above 400 pounds of open pressure unless you've got like a billet lifter or really good lifters. So these springs are set at 185, and they've got 180 pounds closed, and I think 530, 550 open pressure, which is, it's way too much for a hydraulic roller. For, you know, a street strip deal, 120, 135, 140 closed pressure and open pressure, less than 400. I mean, unless it's just high RPM race deal with billet lifters, you have to have really good lifters to go above 400 pounds of open pressure with a hydraulic roller. So, but that's what makes these deals live so long. Like, I could put that roller in there, the hydraulic roller cam, and run solid lifters and all that, but it kind of defeats the purpose of what I want to do. I just wanted to be like a regular old street motor with boost. So you could do that and run the lash tight enough to compensate and all that kind of stuff, which, I mean, people used to do that a long time ago with circle track cams. They would run hydraulic profile with solid lifters and get a little bit more higher RPM. But I don't need to turn this motor more than 6,500. Like, it's basically stock rod, stock crank, forged piston, and everybody says, oh, you can't turn stock bottom end 350 more than 6. Well, that's not true. I turn them to 7 all the time. It's 73, 7400s where everything goes south, and it bends rods, it throws the rod bolts out of it, stretches the rod bolts. So you can blip, you can blip 7 now and then. Like every time I'd make a pass with this deal, it would hit 7 and I'd shift, hit 7 and I'd shift, and it lived a long time. It wasn't until I started going 7400, and that's when it come apart. And it didn't like blow apart, it bent one of the rods. Dad's 57 motor, stock bottom end, bent one of the rods, 7,300 RPM. So 70, you can blip 7, no problem. 65 all day long, $6 grand, should live forever. So, and this is a 356, 40 over 350, 3/4 stroke. So, they're good little motors, man. I love a good old small block. So, I don't need the cam that's in it, is just way too much RPM. It's power bands, like I said, 42 to 76 or 42 to 79, 8,000 RPM, and I just can't make the motor live there all the time. So it's fun and it sounds good, but that bottom end can't take it. I was gonna say, like, talking about installed heights, that's the installed height can dictate how much spring pressure you have. Like, these springs are required to be installed at, I think, 185, and at 185 is where your specs on spring pressure is. So if you don't hit that target installed height, the spring pressures aren't going to be right. So it's like these got to be installed at a 1.75. So I got shims to install those at a 1.75, and it sucks doing it on the car, but all I do is bring the piston up, each one of the cylinders, and the valve can't fall down if the piston's up. And it'll slide down a little bit, but it's not a big deal. You can put air in them or fill it full of rope and rotate it around, but they'll pop right loose with no issues. All right, I'm gonna get to swapping valve springs. This part, this is not fun. Ain't that bad, like, as far as doing it, it's just very time consuming. So I'll come back in here in a little while. After I do that, then I'll pop the radiator, water pump, timing cover, balancer, intake, pull cam out, swap the lifters over, and I'll show you the lifters I'm running. They are like, they're exactly like comp cam, except they're a Gatorman. They're a lot cheaper, and they're kind of hard to find, but they're like half the price of a comp cam deal. It's what a lot of crate engines come with, like Blueprint engines and stuff like that. They have the link bar version, not the spider version, the link bar version. They have the Gatormans in them, which Gatorman it's just a knockoff. They look exactly like comp cam in every single way. Measurements the same, materials the same, everything's the same. I mean, they may suck. I don't know. I might put them in here and they come apart. I don't know. But I'm going to slap them in there and run the guts out of them. All right, got them swapped over. Got the rest of that stuff out and pull everything off and pull the cam out. Hydraulic roller going in. Okay, so tore all this apart. I got different intake. Everything's all back together. But the hydraulic roller lifters that I had were way taller than the solid rollers, and it's going to take like a 7.2 push rod, and I don't have nothing like that. So I put my solid roller lifters on top of this hydraulic roller profile cam and set the lash at 10 thousandths. I'm going to put the exhaust on it and hook the turbo up to it. All right. if it'll start back up.
We can do it like they do with the track, and if he does this, I can do it to that.
Right, there you go. There you go.
And these freaking valve covers, man. I got these reusable valve cover gaskets. Things suck. They leak like crazy. So I guess I'm gonna have to fix that. Because it's pouring oil. But new combinations in there, the new cam and stuff's in there. This is a hydraulic roller with solid roller lifters on it. I had to unhook this because this cam pulls a lot more vacuum than my old one. My old one pulled about 5 or 6 inches of vacuum. This one pulls about 10 to 12. Pump on. No pump shot, nothing. Alright, cool. I'm gonna film it. Gary's gonna cold start his old, what you call it? This is Tush Hog. He actually calls it Tush Hog. That's her name, right?
Yeah, it's a Tush Hog.
Oh, it's cold today. If we get a nice sunny day, we'll put some jets in this thing and go up a road, but it's just, it looks nice, but it's cold.
Do you believe that?
I believe it.
That blows my mind.
Well, it ain't, she ain't idling yet. You're gonna have to sit there and probably play with it for a little while.
Yeah.
It started. Draw through carbureted turbo deal. Oh, almost.
There it is. Listen how quiet that is.
Yeah. She's quiet.
You'll be fine.
Oh yeah. Once it gets up to temperature. But I can't believe it was already trying to idle.
I know,
That's
man.
impressive. That's impressive.
That is.
Yeah, fired right up,
That's
man.
with no choke.
Yeah,
or nothing.
fired right
It don't have
up.
a choke at all.
No.
That's Justin Wilson carburetor.
That's a good old 2-barrel on that bad boy. That's a 2-barrel NASCAR carburetor. 500 CFM, awesome.
Just this way it works.
Ah, there it is.
No choke.
That's such a cool setup. That whole thing is just too cool.
I've seen a lot of different setups and stuff on these things, but I haven't seen one just like that.
No, that one's awesome.